Does your guys' music taste change with the seasons?
Nah, it's Rod Wave 24/7.
No,
You're
so
a
365.
liar.
No.
It is.
No, because
Have you not ever seen me not listen to Rod Wave?
Yes. I know what you listen to.
But I'm not saying, okay, obviously the way I phrase that question, he could say yes to that. I'm saying I listen to Rod Wave 365.
If you tap into our weekly rotation, Osei has a very diverse music taste, and I think you display that, but you don't always talk about that.
I appreciate that. But like, that doesn't deny the fact that I do listen to Rod Wave 365.
Rod Wave is without a doubt the best in the fall.
Oh, for sure.
I always listen to a little Rod Wave in October and November. That's when he re-enters my rotation. I'm not really listening to him the rest of the year, but in the fall, I always run some of the albums. My music taste changes drastically.
Okay.
To me.
I've never had seasons.
Oh shit,
You know
that
what I
probably
mean?
changes it, yeah.
So like I think I just listen to whatever, but I will say like the only time that I notice a little difference is during the summer.
Wait,
Like,
what do you mean you never had seasons?
Like in Vegas and LA, I feel like it's summertime and then like a little bit less hot. And like it's kind of just like that the rest of the year. Like we don't get a real winter, you know?
Oh, damn, you grew up strange.
Not really.
Is that why you strange, bro?
Mad people live in both these places.
Strange people.
No.
Strange people.
Strange people,
I think
for
that
sure.
I think that the seasons are definitely. I could see like if I'm walking outside and it's snowing and some shit like that, like I might want to listen to some like I don't know like The Weeknd or Drake when they was in Toronto.
Yeah,
shit, you know?
chilly R&B shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I listen in the winter. It's just R&B and hip hop, like rap, especially like even like boldy, like chilly, scary rap. You know,
I'm capping because there is a little bit of that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
R&B music does sound, but nah, see, it goes both ways because like heartbreak R&B,
yeah,
sad R&B, that Give You an album,
yeah.
that's gonna sound amazing when it gets cold out. You know, you bundled up with the big jacket. But then it's like, I think like Why Don't We Fall in Love, a lot of 90s, early 2000s R&B. That's the summer vibe. That's
For sure.
springtime,
For
you know?
sure.
So I guess it is like, you can't really categorize it by genre. It's more of an artist thing. There's certain artists for different seasons. For
Oh
me.
yeah, in the fall I'm full sad indie boy, full big flannel. Give me dream pop, shoegaze, Mazzy Star, beach house, cigarettes after sex.
But you're off rap.
Just in the fall normally, yeah, and then I get back and do it in the winter.
Okay.
Summer is a lot of Afrobeat.
Afrobeat kills in the summer.
Right, like more reggae. I dabbled in dance hall a little this summer and some like fun hip hop.
Okay.
And then my real rap phase is like spring. I feel like spring is really when I've historically leaned all the way back into hip hop.
A little bit. I don't know. I have been listening to a little bit less rap music though, I guess. I just don't want to hear niggas yelling at me no more. Like, you know, sometimes it just be too much energy. Like when I'm looking for motivation, maybe I'm a listen to some rap music right now, but the vibe I'm on now is just like if I want to think, have some space to like just like I don't know, be in my own thoughts. I need some singing shit. Something like that, you know. Less production, more stripped back production too, but
I feel like what you said, Post Malone said the same thing.
what?
Yo.
Like the same exact thing.
Oh yeah. I told my girlfriend I think I'm pulling a Post Malone right now.
He's definitely pulling a Post Malone.
Like,
But word for word, you said the Post Malone thing.
What was the Post Malone thing?
He was like, what'd he say? If you want to feel something, don't listen to hip hop.
When did I say that?
That is not what he
When did
just
I-
said.
That's how I know you don't listen to me. That's not what I said at all.
That's what it felt like, though.
No, when I'm feeling certain feelings, I don't want to listen to hip hop. When I'm feeling other feelings, I do. I literally said a feeling that makes me want to listen to hip hop.
Chat, did I rewrite history just then? Let me know in the comments.
Yes. What up, y'all? Welcome back to the Industry Players
Well, it's
Podcast.
good. Episode 152.
Back at y'all, man. I'm Miles. To my left, we got Spencer. To my right, we got Osei. How we living, y'all? Back on these mics, back talking shit, man. It's been a good, productive week. It's been a light week. I don't know if I've heard a lot in the fucking media and niggas talking about shit. I feel like everyone's been in agreement recently. There hasn't been anything that's caused the timeline to get in an uproar, I feel like.
Yeah, it has even like about, I know we're going to get into Taylor, but like that I feel like is something that's pretty controversial normally. But I've seen a lot of universal hate. You know, so
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of universal agreement about things that might normally cause some
That's
controversy.
crazy. Niggas have been more unified in their hate in 2025 when it comes to music, at least.
Yeah.
Like niggas is like, yeah, we confirmed this is ass. We're
Yeah.
not fucking with this.
People move on quick in 2025. They're like, ooh, I Scooty, ass, David, killer. Like, there's no time to really like, we don't need to think about these things. It's just like, Jack Boys 2 sucked. Malice, GOAT. You know what I mean? Like, we're just like taking things and moving on.
I mean, I guess like not to serious it out or like get too deep into it, but I guess that is the product of getting so much music all the time. Like there is literally another project that you can move on to. It's like
Yeah.
if I don't like this, there's something else for me to listen to. So why would I waste my time? You know, I
Yeah.
don't even need to really sit with this or anything like that.
Yeah, there's a creator, what's his name? Popcam Sam, I think, put a good
Where
video
these niggas
essay.
come up with these names? Popcorn Sam
I
out here dropping shit?
might have fumbled the name a little bit. I'm just trying to give credit, but put up a really good video essay last week about basically how Spotify has devalued the album, right? And I think it goes into a lot of what you were saying. And it just is kind of why these albums, Doja Cat, you know, come and go. Like albums that I think we used to like maybe pull and work harder to like, fans now can give one listen and write off.
Did niggas used to write before
Right.
there was video essays?
Yeah.
Like they would write an essay?
Yeah. You
Wait,
never
what
read
are
the
you
source?
talking about?
Yeah, that nigga probably would have worked for a journalist. I'm just thinking like, what was that person doing now? Like the video essay concept is very funny to me, but that was derailed. What were you
I just
saying?
wanted to go back. I don't want to be like the semantics guy, but I will say that Doja Cat just dropped, so I don't want to put that on her because I do feel like that one was good.
I think that was more of a personal antidote. Like normally I think I would have tried harder to go back to the Doja Cat, but I was just kind of like, moving on.
Well, I think that is also the product of getting older, and we're seeing in real time how you can't get stuck in your ways. Like, I think that once you hit a certain age, it's like, this isn't for me. Okay, I don't have to keep trying. I don't have to make this make sense. I don't have to try to like this at all. It's just, all right, this isn't for me. Move on. I have plenty of other things I like. Like, we have a Rolodex of music now that we can go to that's not even new. There's plenty of old music that I'm sure all of us have in the tuck enough to where we don't have to be searching and listening to new music all the time.
What was the last album to come out that was like really easy for you? Like super easy, like just felt very naturally, fell into your catalog, had a perfect place off the first listen. Like what was the last album that you experienced that with?
Giveon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play that album that's the best album ever to me.
Yeah.
Like, I have an inordinate amount of love for that album just because, again, like you said, it just fit perfectly into what I listen to.
Yeah.
And what I'm in my bag for, you know? And I was able to go from that to Leon to that. So it was like, that was the vibe I was in.
Jose?
Damn, he kind of took both of mine. 'Cause I was gonna say Leon, and then I was gonna Giveon's kind of second. Odil's somewhere in there too. Like I feel like, and it was funny because when I first listened to the Odil project, I was like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But then it grew on me pretty heavily.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
one of the best projects of the entire year.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that very high in my end of year rank because I was starting to think about that shit too. Like,
I'm really excited for our end of year content.
it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun because I feel like we have listened to a lot of music, even if we haven't like overwhelmingly loved a lot of music. There's been a lot of really, really high quality music, even if it hasn't been like a 10.
Oh, it's been a great year,
It's
bro.
been an excellent
It's
year
been
for
an
music.
incredible year for music. Maybe not as it's even been a great year in hip hop. Like one of the better years in hip hop since 2020, probably.
Literally, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I think especially outside of hip hop, I've seen tens.
I mean, shit, bro. A lot of shit has came and went that needs to get more attention.
Yeah, because honestly, like I'm just because that's kind of what I was talking about, the seasonal shit. I'm really excited for it to get a little bit colder, get into winter, and so I can really dive all the way back to the Clips album, dive all the way back to the Freddie album. Because I love both those on release and I played them, but I know that there's more growth for me in those records.
The JIT album has not been talked about enough.
Exactly,
I feel like
exactly.
nobody is speaking on that project, and it's too good to not speak about.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. We'll get into all that later, of course. We're going to start off with a new segment for you guys that we haven't tried before, but I'm really, really excited about. We're going to be talking about, every week we're going to come with an artist, each of us, and we're going to talk about if their stock is up and what they've done to kind of put that there. I think that what's interesting about this is we can kind of have a more holistic conversation about what makes a successful artist and what's going into someone's success. So it doesn't just have to be music. It could be a tour that we're seeing popping out a lot. They could be a producer and be jumping on a bunch of tracks for other people. Just different things that artists are doing that is pushing their career in the right direction that we want to highlight.
Yeah, I think
Big,
it's
small, whatever.
Yeah, it's cool if you're just a consumer and you want to find some people that are doing cool shit right now across the spectrum of music, not just releasing music, or if you're an artist or somebody that works in the business. I think these are people that you should be looking at as good examples.
100%. I mean, to start this off, I love that your last question kind of flowed into this because I stopped and thought about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of want to highlight Olivia Dean's new project.
Yeah, you got to.
As something that like, I was never expecting to fall in love with Olivia Dean. If I want to provide some context to her, like, I didn't know who this was until my girlfriend played her music for me.
Yeah.
Her album is called The Art of Loving. And what's so amazing about Olivia is when you listen to her music for the first time, I heard Man I Need first. It's like, oh, this voice is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
She has just, it's not even that it's like this overwhelmingly powerful or like something voice like that. It's just so easy to listen to and very comforting.
Mm-hmm.
And she does sound wise when I just hear the way that she goes about everything that she's talking about.
Wise and classy.
Yes.
It's so classy.
Super. This is grown and sexy music.
Right.
For sure. But it is more pop leaning than what I'm into.
Yeah. I mean, I'm seeing the most random people poster.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like people that don't normally be posting music.
Yes.
Like that's where this music is coming up. Like I think the reach is huge.
So I think that the reason Olivia's obviously her stock is up is because two things that I want to highlight. One, I think is that it's just great. The quality is there, the production value's there, the writing is there. Just from everything that she did to get this album together to the singles that she dropped beforehand, that was all correct. She announced a tour leading up to this. I feel like the album was hyped up, delivered, and now after it is also being pushed in the right way. But then something that I want you to touch on a little bit more is the UK is on a wave right now.
Yeah.
Because we obviously have highlighted all the rappers, but K1 is going crazy. Sasha Keeble's going crazy in the R&B space, both of them. Now we have Olivia Dean. It's like everything that they're touching in the ecosystem that Elmi, or am I saying the name right?
Oh, I don't know, but that dude is hard too.
That is, yo, I'm sorry.
I didn't even know he's from the UK.
Yo, that voice, out of here. But everything that they're building over there, the people that they're working with just seems to be a great energy and very collaborative. So shout out to Olivia Dean. Shout out to the UK. What are you kind of feeling about? Because I know you like the album too.
Yeah, I really love the album. And to talk about the UK thing, I mean, I think the UK might have given us more high quality albums this year than the US. Because you give me Olivia Dean, Jim Legacy, FKA Twigs, I'm gonna put Bakar in there, and Little Sims.
Yeah, just not even in the underground shit.
I'm just talking about overall, like debatable 10s.
Yes,
you know what I mean. You give me those 5 albums, you could put any 5 US albums, and it's like a really tough fight. Like to me, FKA Twigs still has maybe the best album of the year. Jim Legacy is the most exciting hip hop record. Even I don't even want to call it a hip hop record.
Yeah,
but probably the most exciting record outside of maybe the Geese album for me in the year. I think Bakar's EP was incredible. Like they're really fighting.
Not for nothing. Odile is claiming London.
Oh, I forgot about Odile.
Like Odile's like worldwide. You know what I mean? Obviously, but he grew up in London. I think a lot of this was inspired by his time spent in London. So
I think people love the Central C record.
Central C record was strong. I mean, if you really, really want to get into the weeds of this, I mean, we've been fans for a minute. Dexter in the News Agent is about to drop an album. She just dropped a single 18 that is fucking amazing. So the UK has young bulls, established artists at every level. Because then going back to Olivia Dean, just to finish off that conversation with her, she's new to me.
Yeah.
This is not a new artist. This is not a small artist. This is a force to be reckoned with already. And she's just about to go to that next superstar level, it feels like.
Yeah.
This is timeless music. This is stuff that you could play for your mom, your girl. You're going to listen to in your headphones. So many different situations for this. The title track, Man I Need, is still the one that I'm going to a lot. But I really, really liked Loud. I like the closer. I've seen it. It's the whole thing is great, honestly.
The stock is up is the perfect way to describe her. Because the conversation I'm seeing around her in the curator circles on TikTok and on Instagram is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I'm seeing people talk about, we don't have a vocalist of the decade. Yeah. Like every decade, like 80s, it was Whitney, right? 90s, who was it in the 90s?
I mean, because I would argue Luther. No? I mean,
I'm talking about women. Big female vocalists.
I'd say Whitney was the 90s, and I'd say 2000s is what, Beyonce, Mariah?
So Mariah 90s, I feel like.
Whitney 80s then?
Whitney 80s. 2000s, I would go like Amy Winehouse personally, but you could say Beyonce.
It's Mariah. Oh no, Mariah's 90s. So yeah.
I like Amy there. And 2000s or 2010s, you have Adele. I don't know. I've seen a lot of discourse around we don't have that this decade yet in the 2020s. We have big pop stars that have had great moments like Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo.
But they're not strong voices.
But I don't know if we have the voice. And Olivia Dean seems like she could be that.
Yeah, I don't know if she's going to make records like that.
I don't know.
Needs a... I think she could.
She could make Adele. She could make Adele records.
She needs a Rolling in the Deep though.
Yeah.
That's you don't stumble upon a Rolling in the Deep. You got to try to make that. Like Adele got some... We can get into her a little bit later because she does kind of tie into a conversation. But yeah, that's my first artist that I want to give shout out to. Stock up. Shout out Olivia Dean. Who wants to go next?
Do you want to go next?
Big O's got it.
I'm excited about his.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you delivered a really good like pitch for yours. So I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna support
you. You did a good job.
I know who you're talking about. You picked a good one.
No, it's weird because after probably like a 13-year run already, I feel like Kehlani is somebody who I'm like, your stock is up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Kehlani's like, again, has been in the game for a minute, has always been a West Coast staple, has always been culturally relevant, and like every few years manages to get a hit, right? Like she has like After Hours, Nights Like This, Can I, like records like that are like in the ecosystem. She jumped on like Kehlani by Jordan. But right now with Folded, she's crushing it and definitely on her way to a Grammy.
Yeah. Folded is so crazy.
Yeah, it is definitely the best R&B song to drop this year. And I think we're probably, well, obviously the Giveon project, he's got a couple, but I still feel like Folded is the best R&B song to drop this year. And
yikes,
that song's here to stay too.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
You want to talk about
that's
competition.
A generational song.
R&B song of the year is competition. Now,
give me a few though. Give me a few. Because my mind backtracked, but I was like, nah, it's definitely Folded, bro. Folded's at the top.
Well, I mean, Catch a Stray. Is that the Leon song you go with?
I would not go
say,
with
yeah,
or not fair. Or not fair. Not
Catch
fair.
a Stray is my favorite.
But if you're talking about mainstream consumption, you put Mud.
That's last year, though.
But Mud is last year. That's what I'm saying.
It's got to be up to deluxe.
I go Not Fair. I go It Depends. Chris Brown, Bryson. That's
yeah, but
that's doing too much. It's doing too much.
It's doing a lot.
That's a record. That's a record now. You can't. He got
that's
niggas
for the J Dons of the world.
Bro,
like
once you see in the niggas, once I see LeBron James hitting the dance to it, it's like, all right, everybody know this shot. But I'd go Folded. I guess like, you know, I don't give a fuck.
I think it's just a very like well-rounded, well-written track. I think that's why
I'm name dropping. I'm name dropping, bro.
Go ahead.
So I'm sitting with Chris.
Okay.
The nigga who produced it, Chris Riddick-Tyne, shout out to him, one of the best producers in the game right now. He's like, you can tell when a song is undeniable, when it doesn't matter what you do to it, it slaps. Because you hear Folded, amazing. Then they got the Unfolded acoustic remix, slapper. You could go make a fucking dance hall version. Whatever version you make of that song, it's going to go crazy. Because it's well written, and Kehlani's delivery on that. The way that she doesn't, because she doesn't have like, her vocal range is great. She's obviously an incredible talent, but it's like, she didn't over-sing that song. I feel like that's a song that you could maybe make feel like a little more classic, and it felt modern still because it didn't feel like she was doing this whole ballad, crying over the track, doing all this. It still felt like, I'ma fold your clothes, I love you, da-da-da. The sentiment's beautiful, but she didn't sound like she was like cowering away or like begging for this man to like love her or something.
And I kind of like it too because I was listening to it on the way to work today, and I was like, I feel like anybody could enjoy this song. Like you could literally like be feeling the emotions that she's talking about and be in that situation. But I feel like kids could listen to that song too and just like sing along to it, whatever. And it's easy for anybody to sing along to, like you were saying before.
Bro, I don't want the kids dancing to It Depends. That shit is dangerous. That shit is problematic. Can't learn to talk about folding clothes up. That's wholesome.
Very
we
wholesome.
making happy homes in 2025, bro.
And don't leave out the feature on the Doja album. Because I know we'll say what we say about the Doja album, but that song was great, and that's a big look. That's like a massive record. So
you talking about the Cardi B, Cardi, right?
No, Kehlani.
No, Kehlani was on the Cardi album.
Cardi album. You're right. You're right. The Cardi feature.
That's a smoker too.
Yeah.
And then I'm saying After Hours last year, like I just think Kehlani's career is trending upwards because she's had back-to-back years with hits. I think she's working with great people. I think she's really trying to craft a second act of her career that's going to elevate her to that next status. You know, she's trying to be a superstar.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Shout out Kehlani. I think somebody that I think stock is rising would be Daniel Caesar.
Oh yeah.
He's currently rolling out an upcoming album that looks incredible guest list of features that he's announced. But I just love what he's doing with these pop-up shows and showing that you can do rollouts in really unique ways and also lean on your strengths. Daniel Caesar is not somebody that's going to get on social media, get on TikTok, make a bunch of short form, get people excited that way. So lean on your strengths, which is just your God-given voice. Like anyone that's ever heard Daniel Caesar sing live knows what he does on that stage is like a gift from God. He is one of the most incredible live performers we have alive, in my opinion. So go show that voice. Have viral moments. If you don't know what's going on, he's basically going around the country and doing these random pop-ups. He announces them day of by just dropping a little screenshot of what city he's in. announces the exact location a couple hours before. He's getting no permits, so
He was
he's
just in LA last week. Right?
yeah. I mean, he's in LA 2 days ago. He started up in Canada.
He did a Montana
He
one.
did one in Bozeman, Montana, which is so random, but also like really beautiful when you see videos of Daniel Caesar singing Best Part on like a horse ranch in Montana as it like rains in the distance. Like he's creating opportunities for really viral short form content that plays directly into what he does best. He's not compromising his brand or what he does at all for the same amount of reach.
He's an interesting stock up too, because I think he's someone who was really, really shaky for a minute. Obviously, we know that, especially within the black community, there was some issues with Daniel Caesar after he jumped out and was defending. I want to say it was Yes Jules. I just want to say, bro, as a black man, like, thick white women have gotten these niggas in more trouble than they could even realize, bro. Because why are you fucking up your amazing career over a Yes Jules, bro? Like, that's fucking wild to me. But regardless, she almost got LeBron too in Miami.
I mean, I don't even want to speak on that situation because I still don't really fully understand it. I honestly look back on it and I'm like, I don't even know if he deserved the backlash that he got. To be
long
honest.
story short, though, whatever. I think Daniel Caesar was at a point in his career where he kept talking and it felt like it was making things worse for him.
Yes,
And
he was
then
talking way too much.
He ducked off, disappeared, and gave us one of the best R&B albums of the last couple of years with his last project.
Fuck, what was it called?
It's fucking escaping me, but I guess
The blue one.
since we're talking about artists and stock up, let me do him the courtesy.
No, but I'm looking it up and it says, on his story, he reposted someone getting
Never
arrested for giving haircuts at his pop-up.
Yeah.
Like this is really like no permits, just like freestyle.
Yeah, so the LA one came with a little bit of drama because LAPD was being assholes, flying helicopters above Elysian Park, pulling squad cars up. And Daniel Caesar also made comments about the crowd in LA, about how he was just like, yo, fuck these people. Like, you guys don't know how to act. Like, that was crazy. So I don't know exactly what happened because I didn't pull up for the show, but I know it's kind of a risky move also doing something like this where you just pull up somewhere and perform and you're as big of a celebrity as Daniel Caesar
And my thing is like in LA, everyone's trying to go viral.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to make a moment and do all that extra shit. So but like the attempt was good, and I think the press is good, and I think the fact that people are talking about him and getting ears on the music is again why he's pointing in the right direction. I think he's been working with, again, amazing people. I think that the singles have been dope. I think the titles of the songs have been great too and very attention grabbing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even talk about the music, but Moon with Bon Iver is like an absolutely incredible track.
Yo, we don't talk about Have a Baby With Me enough, bro.
Yeah.
Why are you calling a song like that Have a Baby With Me, bro? You know what you finna do to niggas, bro. That shit was hard. I fuck with that. And you have to deliver when you have something like that. Yeah, I'm excited for Daniel.
Yeah, that album is going to be really, really great.
Sons of Spurgy coming out when? October 24th. Is that 2 weeks?
Wow, yeah, it's coming up.
Excited for it, man. Excited for it.
Hey, he has the best R&B discography of the last 10 years.
I mean, I'm not going to get mad at you for saying that.
But
I also feel like that has to be researched.
I think that's like you have to research it. I mean, off jump, SZA competes.
SZA's the one that fucks it up a little bit because
Summer Walker
Control
competes.
and SOS, but that's 2 versus 4 great projects from Daniel Caesar.
You also just don't like Giveon. Well,
Giveon's not.
I do like Giveon. I do like Giveon.
The Giveon's last project, yes, but I'm thinking about the project before, not really.
Yeah, no. Beloved was Giveon fighting back. Beloved was Giveon saying, "Hey, I'm not finished yet." Brent Faiyaz.
Oh, what's so funny?
Because I remember how you talked about we obviously are on the same page about Fuck the World. No,
Of course.
then after that it was
Before that was Saunderson. Which,
I know.
Of course.
Does
is
that count in
classic.
the time
10 years,
span?
yeah, because it's 2016
so
and on.
Saunderson, Fuck the World. What's the Black album with Jackie Brown and all the shit?
Oh, Wasteland.
Wasteland. Niggas was talking about that.
I don't play Wasteland as much as I should.
But you know what's funny?
And larger.
I think when you said that, I think if Brett had dropped, I would have been like, oh yeah, for sure. But I think Brett not dropping dropped his stock for me.
I think you were excited. I think you were very excited.
I was so excited, bro.
I think you were really excited.
Why did he not
was
drop the
excited for Brent.
album? I don't get it.
Brent has a lot of really fire songs that I love to play, but there aren't timeless tracks and a timeless album like Floridian.
No. I disagree with that. I think Saunderson is a timeless project.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I'm arguing with you, but I don't disagree. I love Daniel Caesar.
Yeah.
Like Daniel Caesar is one of them ones for me, so I'm not mad at the take. I'll let you get that off. Yeah, bro. I mean, getting into just new music that dropped, I think the funniest thing for me to talk about is When White Women Fail, and Taylor Swift dropped a bad album, which is great for me because who the fuck, why the fuck? We've been talking about Taylor Swift for 13 years, whatever, and niggas have been telling me that she the one, she the greatest lyricist in the world. I seen the screenshots, so I went into the album and I listened to some of the songs. She was writing some bullshit. Sorry, Taylor. And this is not meant to be hate, honestly. I think it's just more so I have questions for people.
You said you want to see her fail, and then you said you're not hating.
No, I think it's funny when white women fail.
But I'm also gonna say,
is that bad? Am I not allowed to say that?
Do I feel like this is a failure? I don't think selling 3 million albums first week is
Taylor
a failure.
Swift, you could never fail.
She's about to.
Taylor Swift could never fail.
That has to be a first week record.
It's almost a first week record. I think 3.5 is. Wow.
She is going to manufacture records. She is going to break records. The iTunes, Apple, Twitter account has not tweeted since 2019. You know what they've been active for? The Taylor Swift album release. Wow. They've been tweeting up a storm, and niggas was like, wait, hold up. Before they was doing, I ain't seen this page on Twitter in years. Who the fuck is these niggas, bro?
That's hilarious.
Taylor Swift brought out everybody to come and support this album. Man, every Chiefs fan in the fucking world could buy this shit 3 times, and it's not doing what this other shit is doing because I think the music is mid.
I will say that is the consensus I've seen in comment sections. I've seen just shitloads of comments like, yo, as a Swiftie here, this is her worst record.
It's her For All the Dogs.
It might be her For All the Dogs.
And I guess like
her Fat D.
Again, she's talking about her dick being bigger than the devil's.
This is Taylor's Fat D, bro.
Again, I don't want to spend too much time on it because in reality, I wasn't listening to the whole album front to back. I don't give a fuck about Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? I think y'all are on the same page with that too. It is interesting how she fits into this landscape of major artists dropping records and them not connecting with even their core audience as much as it feels like.
Yeah.
In the past, I feel like when Taylor drops, it's boom, first day, these are the hitters. When Thug drops even, we supposed to have hitters. Doja, she's supposed to come into the album with a hitter. We thought that Gorgeous song was going to be everywhere. I've seen people obviously pushing the video. I don't know how much of that is paid promo, but I've seen some conversation. But it's weird to me that the biggest artists in the world are delivering music and it's just not resonating with people, it seems like to me.
Well, I definitely had a theory. I think Taylor kind of like messes it up in a way. But I honestly think, I haven't listened to Project. I think that Taylor is probably just old. I think she's been making music for a minute and she finally made a project that isn't resonating with people.
Damn near 40.
But I think overall, how old is she?
Damn near 40.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right?
But I think
I don't know.
She gotta be damn.
I think it's okay. So if you're actually 40, it is hard to continue to make music that is relatable to young people, which is her whole brand is like teenage girls.
How old is
age game. Guess what? How old she is?
38,
36,
35. Miles wins.
Oh man, so not even damn near 40. But I want to. Because I don't necessarily understand the Taylor Swift phenomenon. I need to like listen to the music, but I do feel like in music right now. Right. We talked about the Spotify thing. We talked about how DSPs are kind of just like devaluing music overall. And I think we're also in an era, which should benefit Taylor, but I guess it isn't, that is like pushing a different type of music. Like politically, this country's in a much different place than it was like even 5 years ago. And I feel like the music that is being pushed to the mainstream and is being like consumed by the masses is not really hip hop anymore.
Yeah, I mean, but we're talking about Taylor Swift. We talking about Doja Cat.
But that's why I put that to the side. I think she's just old. Like I think her and Nicki Minaj, they're old.
I think the safe stuff isn't working anymore.
Yeah, I agree. We're ready for new shit.
I don't think that's safe, though.
I think safe.
Taylor shit is so safe.
I think safe was true in the way that I would describe Doja Cat's album, especially.
How is that safe?
That felt like 80s pop, 90s pop, like the Michael Jackson, Prince era.
Yeah.
It's what everyone does when they try to make big records.
It's what everyone's been doing for the last 5 years, at least.
I feel like more than 5 years.
80s revival.
Yeah, bro. The Weeknd started it for real. He was the first person where I realized it's like, oh, when he went to start making mainstream records, he took this approach.
I don't think he went 80s until After Hours.
No. Can't Feel My Face. He's inspired by that time period.
It's inspired, but he didn't use the 80s drums. Like this is like just straight 80s inspired music. This isn't just like oh, I love Michael Jackson music.
Can't Feel My Face was his first major record. And that pulls exactly from this playbook. And then I think he made the rest of the album and said, that was my big hit. If I want to stick around and keep making hits, maybe I should give niggas a whole album of this vibe. But that was his first foray into that lane, it feels like.
Yeah, you can have that.
But wait, what is the conversation though? Because Taylor Swift didn't fail.
I think Taylor Swift...
I think that is where we're fucking up because she's definitely not failing.
Well, it feels manufactured. It doesn't feel as organic. Like, I didn't like Taylor Swift in the past. I've not been a fan of Taylor Swift in the past. But even before, my beef was more with her fan base because I was like, why do y'all niggas love this so much? Now I'm seeing the fans complaining about it, but the numbers are still there. I'm seeing the Apple Twitter thing, and it's like, these feel like manufactured artists or manufactured numbers from the biggest artist at a label, and it seems important that this makes money. It's a Max Martin produced album, so I know that was expensive at least, and that's just his name. Not even to factor in all the other people that were probably contributing to this. Not only to factor in the music videos and all the other shit that they've probably spent money on. It's like, I feel like Taylor Swift has to work for, is she with Republic?
Yeah.
I feel like Republic has to make sure that they make it look good no matter what it actually is doing.
Okay.
Taylor Swift is the most overrated artist in music history.
Oof. I'd agree.
Damn.
She's the most overrated artist because with all the biggest, like even the biggest that I don't like, you can point to music and I'm like, oh yeah, it's fire. You can point to hits that are fire, but I don't get that with Taylor. So I'll give her that title. Most overrated in history.
She had records when I was in like middle school.
Yeah, like Love Story.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what I was thinking of. I really like that song.
I like the one. I really like the one in middle school where they were writing the messages on the paper and holding it up in the window to each other.
That's Love Story.
I know Spencer was playing the guitar and singing Taylor Swift songs.
That's You Belong With Me.
Oh, I like that one too.
You and me.
Or what about
You Belong? But it's like very like you say like Obama administration era music. It's like very like Obama music.
I don't know if I would associate.
You think Obama listens to that?
Yeah, I don't know.
You think Barack is slapping that?
I just think in the Obama era, we were allowed to be corny. Like Hope was cool. Like that was the whole thing. Like I think
niggas like we got a black president and shit. Like
I think because you think that's when the Lumineers came out with the stomp clap music. Like that's when we were allowed to be a little cornier because there was like a general consensus of hopefulness. Like it was cool to like be optimistic. Now we live in this like
nihilistic.
Yeah, it's you can't be corny anymore.
Fuck.
And that was probably more my main point is that like the whole music like. The ecosystem, the culture, what am I trying to say? Like the whole feel of music has changed. I agree. I don't think you can be corny. Yeah. I think when you play too much into the internet, it kind of plays back at you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think the Thug album cover, again, it's just been the first week. I think that shit backfired so heavy on him. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I feel like it's reflective in the sales. It's reflective in the conversation.
That cover is not why. That shit is the music is not what it's supposed to be.
It's part of an overall problem.
He started off the album saying a million times. Oh, bro. Can I say that? Bleep that out, Spencer.
How you just gonna interrupt me, bro?
My bad, gang.
It's part of the overall problem, though. It's him being corny. He's trying to play into the internet too much. He's trying to like trying to get a meme, trying to get a viral moment. He's on Aiden Ross's stream. Like he's just doing things that don't even feel like what Thug is about.
But corny, I think corny and out of touch are two different things. Everything that Thug is doing feels out of touch.
Yeah, and I don't think you're allowed to be that either.
I agree. But I think you've never been able to be out of touch. And I think that this always happens when artists get out of touch.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? Whereas the corny thing is like, I don't think it's bad to be corny. Because the Chance album is corny to me a little bit, and it's killing in terms of public perception.
Whoa.
I'm saying
not killing.
Miles supposed to do.
Miles,
what are you talking about?
You just had two like crazy switch ups in one sentence. First, you go, it's okay to be corny. When I've known you for long enough to know that there's nothing you hate more than a whiff of corny.
I hate corny. I hate the Chance album.
Yeah, but
I think niggas like it. And I think niggas are talking about it.
You went at Spencer for saying it was a good project.
Yeah, because I know he don't like it.
And
I'm speaking to Spencer personally.
And Miles went at me for saying that people liked it. I wasn't even saying about I liked it. I was telling y'all that it's being very well received, and you guys begged me to pull up the tweets. And now you've seen them.
I need you to pull up the
old
tweets.
niggas. I've seen the old niggas talking about it. I think old niggas like it.
Like Rory?
Yeah. yeah. And just like every old nigga. Like every lyrical hip hop head. Damn near.
I'm actually genuinely asking. Can you name like one other person? I actually don't. I've heard this discourse.
I said
Jeremy Hecht loved it. The whole Bigger Picture cast loved it. The Joe Budden podcast loved it. All the podcasters.
Yeah.
Every hip hop podcaster
Yeah.
loved it. All the traditional hip hop media loved it.
I'm trying.
Except Complex didn't love it. You guys see him post at Complex?
There's enough 25-year-olds at Complex to be like,
No, but did you see Chance post?
No.
He hard posted them on his feed. It was the screenshot of the article that said, like, who's gonna win like the Grammy album of the year, hip hop album of the year, and it was like Clips, Tyler, Kendrick, and somebody else that wasn't Chance. And so Chance hard posts them, and he's like, "Yo, why y'all not put me in there?" And then so the intern running the social media account at Complex replies and goes like, "Our bad gang, like we would never leave you out on purpose."
Nah, that's crazy.
does he get a nom?
No, there's too much heat. But in a regular year, he does, yeah. But there's too much heat this year. You have GNX, you have Chromacopia, you have Clips, you have Freddie.
Don't tap that glass. Don't tap that glass.
No, Chromacopia is going to get the nom.
Yo, Chance's engagement is bad. This post, he has 18 million. He's damn near 19 million followers, and this post got 368 likes.
Well, those
That's
followers
crazy.
are from like mad. Those are old ass followers. Okay, just keeping it on new music. We can get into. Oh, I did the order wrong, guys, but that's fine. Keeping it with new music. Bryson Tiller dropped the second half of his album, and he's not rapping anymore, which made me happy. I don't hate Bryson Tiller rapping, just not particularly my cup of tea. He dropped his double album, Solace and Vices. The first album was Vices, where he was rapping and had the rap features and did all that stuff. The Lil Tyler song on there is really good. I think you like that song too. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I wasn't the biggest fan of that record. Now, R&B Bryson, I love, always. This second album that he dropped, while I don't think it's like his best work ever, great Bryson Tiller album. Mm-hmm. Got about 5 cuts off of there, you know? I've always enjoyed him as a writer. His beat selection has always been good. His flows have been good. I loved when he got on Rory and Maul's podcast and is like, hey, to be honest, I hate being famous. I don't give a fuck about clout or any of this, and I've made enough money. If Chris Brown wanted to hire me to write songs for him for the rest of my career, I would be more than happy to do that.
Wow.
And never put out my own records again.
I feel like that option is on the table. And he hasn't taken it.
I don't think it's all the way on the table. I think Chris Brown would probably be like, yeah, you could send me whatever records you want, gang. Because there were moments on this project where I was like, I don't know if Bryson is the best vocalist, and I don't know if like he sang this song to be a perfect 10 out of 10, but he wrote a damn good R&B song. And there's 50 niggas that if they had this record in their hands, this would be one of the best songs that they've put out in a minute. So that talent shined through immensely to me on this. I think the features were cool on this. I think Bryson's just in that stage where he's doing what he wants, and I like to see that as a fan. He seems happy, and this project was reflective of this. Now, looking back, he's given us since, what's the one with Don't that everyone loves? Trap Soul. He's given us Anniversary, self-titled album, and then this 2-sided album or whatever. That's now like 3-4 bodies of work that are really impressive in Bryson. He's built out a really good career, so I'm happy.
Built to last.
You know, I hope so. Is that that's a slogan?
It's the album that came out after Trap Soul.
Oh yeah,
That's the record that I like.
Yeah, you
don't.
That one is fine.
Yeah, but I mean,
Rub Me
really,
Dry is good.
Really built to
Self-made.
last though. I mean, this dude, when did Trap Soul come out? 2015, 2016?
Yeah.
Like, dude has been doing it for a decade, and he's probably the most reluctant R&B star that we have. Cause he can make I don't want to say hit because I feel like Trap Soul had all the hits, but he can make big records.
No, Bryson
and
hits.
he's gonna make songs that people are gonna listen to. But I don't know if I want to call them hits because I don't know if they're like charted like that. You know what I mean? I think that's part of my requirement for a hit. But
Osei got all these requirements for shit. It depends a hit.
It depends.
I don't think that's a hit record.
Shit,
my fault.
It's the Chris Brown
That's
song.
the Chris Brown. Yeah, yes, that's a hit record.
Wild Thoughts. That's a hit record. Whatever She Want was a hit record. Right? Or no?
I feel like Exchange is a hit.
Yeah, well, we're not taking out in Trap Soul.
Oh, okay.
I'm naming non-Trap Soul records. Whatever She Want is a hit record. Don't do that.
Her body like Calypso.
I don't think
It's not a hit. Nobody liked that album.
But I really like that song.
Yeah, I love that song too, but nobody liked that album.
I thought that was a decent album.
No.
It's 4 songs.
No, I'm not very good.
Okay, but
Yeah, I mean, I can budge on that point. That wasn't my main point though.
Yeah.
It was more just so like I feel like it's funny because he's talented, but he's almost like I would rather just be with my wife and kids.
yeah, I hate his profile picture.
You know what I'm saying? This makes no sense.
He's a goofball. I mean, he likes. At the end of the day, Bryson Tiller is a nigga who used to work at Starbucks, had a kid, needed to make ends meet, and was extremely talented and dropped Trap Soul. And since then, he's been like, I really just want to play video games and raise my kid. That's it. Like,
Can't be mad at that.
You know,
You
like,
can't be mad at that.
I like that he's very straightforward with this shit. He's like, I don't like y'all niggas. I don't want to talk to y'all niggas. I don't want to get on that stage and dance with y'all niggas. Listen to the music in your headphones and keep streaming.
He's
bro.
doing all of that though. He's on tour with Chris Brown.
Yeah, because you got to make ends meet. You still got to pay for it, but he lets niggas know that he doesn't want to do
He's
it.
literally doing the opposite. Like that's why it's so funny. I'm like, why? But then why are you doing it then?
Because I need to pay. I think it's funny that he's saying, I don't want to do this, but here I am. I don't want to be here, but
Turn that
here,
Trap
guys.
Soul to the Mansion Soul.
Keeping it
Penthouse Soul.
Penthouse. Ooh,
Boy.
I like
He's
the
trying
way
to get that Penthouse Soul.
I like the way you thinking.
Keeping it in R&B, I have a
Trying to get
controversial
that
take.
yacht soul.
I have a controversial take.
What's up?
Leon Thomas song isn't great to me. The new one.
I liked it.
It's fine. I love Leon Thomas.
It's really good.
I think Leon Thomas is making this R&B landscape scary for a lot of niggas. I think more talented, and now that he has the name recognition, I think he's finna be out of here. Like, because the records are always good. Like, don't get it twisted. When I'm saying I don't love this record, I would not say it's a bad record. It's a single. He has an album coming this month, which I'm excited for. I love Catch a Stray. I love Mud. I feel like I've just been given so much great product from Leon that a song like this isn't really cutting through all the other stuff for me.
Yeah. I don't think he should come with a new record this year.
Why?
You're doing enough. I think he's done enough. I think wait until 2026. Drop this first quarter of 2026.
I agree because it's R&B, so a lot of people still haven't even heard the records he just dropped. And he dropped a project and a deluxe.
I'm just asking.
Project
because-
last year, really good deluxe with 6-7 new songs
Yeah,
this
And
year.
he's going on a feature run right now.
Yeah, I'm like,
So-
don't overload us. Don't oversaturate yourself right now.
What we have to remember though is he is, before it was all big artist stuff, writer producer.
For sure.
Lives in the studio and is always making music. And I think that when you look at the people that he's collaborating with, a lot of it is really it's Freaky Rob, who crazy name as a producer, but who is an out of this world guitarist.
I didn't think that was a real name.
Like, no, that's really his
Freaky
name.
Rob.
Bro, one of the best guitarists you could find. And then D Phelps, who's an amazing drummer. So it's really just those three who can go to the studio every day and make these type of records. Obviously, they could pull in whoever they want. He probably now has more access to facilities and features. Like, if he's going to drop this record now or in January, but it's the same songs, why does it matter?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, if he would you prefer him to drop in January or February of next year if he's just going to give us the same body of work? It's the same music. Like, the music is done regardless. So it's like,
You're saying the music is done now, why wait?
yeah.
Well, I don't think I don't think that's a realistic situation.
Why?
Because if you are holding until January, you're going to stay in the studio and keep writing new songs, and you're probably going to write one song that's better than the worst song.
Maybe.
And you swap them out, and your project gets better.
Maybe. That's better.
And I'm not even saying the project isn't going to be killer, because
You know?
he's so talented that the project's probably going to be great. I just think he should just take a little time. I'm not like hungry for new Leon Thomas yet. And maybe I'm also not as big of Leon Thomas fans as you guys are, but I do love the music. And so I'm kind of I like to be hungry before I'm fed.
Yeah, I mean, also too, like the year's almost over. At this point, you might as well wait until the other half. Go on your feature run, do all that shit, and then drop in February.
We're speaking,
Drop a Valentine's Day
but
project.
we're speaking so strategically.
Yeah.
And I agree that that's extremely important. Like,
Okay.
that is what's necessary to build this successful career. I'm not downplaying any of that
I can't
at
even
all.
imagine where you're going right now.
But it's like, I think that there's something to be said for just feeling and talent. And if you're good enough to give us heat, if you are really that nigga who could drop albums year after year, because Young Thug, Future was on that. They was giving us great, high quality music multiple times a year, back to back years. If you're capable of it, why not do it? If that's what you're going to give us, if it's going to be a 10.
You just said you didn't like the last song.
What you mean? I thought it was fine. It wasn't cutting through all the other stuff.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
that's why I could be nervous for it. Because I was like, I'm not fiending new Leon Thomas music. I wasn't sitting here saying we need a new project.
Exactly. It's not cutting through the other stuff.
But if I get new Leon Thomas music and it's great, I'm not going to be mad about it.
You got a new Leon Thomas song and you said you didn't like it. And now you said you're nervous. So why not wait?
I didn't say I was nervous. I just said I didn't like it.
You just said you were nervous.
I could see how that could make me nervous. But I'm not.
Did you use the word nervous?
I said it, but I wasn't reflecting. Because I was trying to meet you halfway.
Scott be trying to rewrite history.
I was trying to agree with you. I was trying to find a middle ground.
Okay.
I did not like the song.
Okay.
I'm in agreement with you on that. Mm-hmm. But I am not worried for Leon Thomas dropping a project this year because I think he's that talented. That's my whole point. I think he's good enough to give us this. No, don't act like what I'm saying is crazy. I think when you're that talented, you could drop a lot of music.
I think you just said two different things.
What?
I think you literally just said, I didn't like the music. I'm nervous. And
I didn't say music. No, you're oversimplifying it.
Now you're saying he's talented enough. No, I don't care.
No. You can't oversimplify it. I didn't like a single. I did not like one song.
Which made you nervous.
No. I like Leon Thomas music.
Okay.
You just said I don't like the music. That's why whatever you were just saying is wrong.
You like the song though?
I did not like one song.
Okay.
I like Leon Thomas music overall, and I think he's an extremely talented artist.
Okay.
So I think that he is capable of dropping frequently and giving us another amazing release.
So you would like to see a Leon Thomas project on this side of the year?
Sure. I'm not mad at it. I'm happy with it. The same way that when Future dropped back to back with Hendrix and Future, there was songs on those I didn't love, but I like both of those albums.
Okay.
Is that okay to say that take?
It's okay, man.
Does that make sense though? Am I saying anything crazy?
Well, the only crazy thing about your take is you're like, it's like you're settling. You know what I mean? Like,
how?
Because you bring up the Future Hendrix thing, and you're like, I didn't like songs on that album, but they were both great, so he got it. Yeah. But like, I think Osei and I are just constantly thinking about how things could be improved, and so yes, both those albums were great. He had the first back-to-back number ones, whatever. Woo, maybe just one record with the best music.
I don't want that.
You might have the best. You might have the best trap album of all time.
I don't want that.
You might have the best trap album of all time.
That. That's not what he was trying to do. That wasn't the goal of the projects. It was to give two different sides of himself. Sonically, those projects don't even really sound the same. It wouldn't make sense for them to go together. And
I agree. I agree that I do like the both. But I'm just saying, like you're saying, like sure, I'll take a Leon Thomas. Even though if I'm thinking strategically, I know and I agree with you guys that it's on next year. And I don't actually have a desire for new Leon Thomas music, and the new single didn't actually cut through the old shit. But sure, if he feels it, give us a project. Because it's fine to say that's fine, but like I think we can talk and say if you're thinking strategically, drop next year.
My perspective is different.
Okay.
I think that when you're dealing with an extreme talent, and I don't think this is every single case. I think it's rare that you're dealing with this. When you're dealing with an artist that you believe has the potential to be generational, I think it's the job of the team to get the fuck out of the way when it comes to the creation process with the music and that type of thing. You can support them, you could put them in different rooms, do all that shit, but like, I'm trusting you because I'm not the generational artist. I've never done what you're doing before. No one has, you're in uncharted waters. So I trust you and my job is to support you. And if this nigga feels like he has the shit ready, who am I to say don't do it then?
Oh yeah, but you're assuming one way.
What you mean?
You're assuming that this is like all pushed by Leon. Like what if the label is pushing him to put out new music?
It doesn't feel like that.
Why does it not feel like that?
I think Leon has always dropped pretty frequently. I don't think Leon disappears. I feel like he's given us a pretty decent amount of music. I feel like he's a consistent artist.
When was the last time we got 2 Leon projects in a year?
I mean, with fucking Mutt and Heel.
No, Heel came out this year. Mutt came out in 2024.
But what's the span of time? Like it was probably a 12.
I'm asking what time. When was the last time? Has Leon ever dropped 2 projects in one calendar year?
Can we say a 12-month time span?
No, 1 calendar year.
Why? What is 12 months in a year not synonymous?
Let's move on.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just tired.
That was a good point.
No, it wasn't. But we're staying here too long.
I would like to say that from a strategy perspective, go do your Future run. Collect your Grammy in January and then drop right after. Exactly. I feel like you're going to have the most visibility press wise, internet wise, everything wise at that point. The resources are going to open up. The floodgates will be open.
What if he gets another record?
Valentine's Day is around the corner.
What if he gets another record?
You don't need another record. Work the records you have out right now that the people haven't heard. Work Not Fair. Work Catch a Stray.
Those aren't going to be hits. Those songs,
continue to work them.
You know what those songs are.
But continue to work them.
What if he gets a hit?
Then get your hit in February. Continue to work the records.
Why do you feel like those aren't like good songs?
I love those songs. Those are
Not Fair is absolutely a hit.
I love those songs.
If Mutt was a hit, Not Fair is a hit.
I don't think those two songs, numbers wise, are going to become hits. I don't think I think they're great songs. I think they're great album cuts. I just don't feel like they're standing out or going to be chart toppers. What if he has another chart topper? Why can't I'm just like, why does it matter?
Because we're just thinking strategically, and you acknowledged that strategically this is the right thing to do.
Yes, 100%. But it's like I don't think it's a huge misstep for him to put it out either. Though.
Neither do I. But I'm here to give my strategic advice.
Yes,
I have this podcast to give what I would do if I was you. I'm not just gonna sit here and say, "Oh, what's to do?" Like strategically, I think that's the best move. But if you give us a great record in the fall, I'm gonna listen to it and love it. Shout out you.
Talk about Caliucci's Deluxe.
It was smooth.
How could it have been better? How could it have been improved? What would you have done differently?
I don't have a lot to say. It sounded really good. I don't have a lot to say about the Caliucci's Deluxe. I really liked it. There's a record with Mariah the Scientist that's really good. That's a new little duo. I think that's popping up a lot. That's pretty fire. Yeah, I don't know. Gotta listen to it more.
Her and Don Toliver should have dropped a collab album.
That would have been cool.
You know?
No, I don't know if I actually would have liked that.
Because they're in the let me not. Guys, have you guys been going to concerts recently?
No, but actually, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say you just went to a concert.
One last night, yeah.
You gonna see YoungBoy in concert?
I missed the LA date.
Man, could you go to a YoungBoy concert?
Yeah, of course.
You think you can move around?
Yeah, easy.
You 4K Trey?
What?
That's his gang.
I'm not a part of that.
Just want to make sure you're not gonna have the green bandana. I just love seeing all the suburban kids.
No, I wish I went to the DC show. Shout out my friends Tyler and Benji, bro. They had a great time. They had the green bandanas flying, all that.
Young Lou was texting us about it for weeks leading up to it. That's the homie. Mm-hmm. NBA YoungBoy fans, I'm convinced, are a different breed. I've never seen anything like this at all, and it's not just the young bulls who like underground turn rap shit. It's like professional athletes. Like it's my friend is in law school. Neil's in law school. That's a law student that's like, yo, I'm turned up at the NBA YoungBoy concert tonight. I see white kids at the everybody loves YoungBoy. I have never been the biggest fan. I like songs from YoungBoy. I see the talent for sure. I would never act like he's not one of the biggest rappers out right now, but I have always felt like he's one of those artists that fell into the regional category, or there was a ceiling on this music. But there is a rabid fandom for him that is unlike anyone else in the space right now. Malik Neighbors tore his ACL in an NFL game, and that night was at the YoungBoy concert. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys have seen, what you guys' feeling is about YoungBoy, but I think there's something happening because this is the first tour in a while too. I don't think he's been allowed to tour for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I think, this doesn't necessarily surprise me. I feel like his YouTube numbers have always been out of this world. He's like the biggest artist on YouTube. Some crazy stat like that in terms of like streaming wise. And I've always kind of seen like parts of his fan base and how like rabid they were over him. So like the tour doesn't necessarily surprise me in terms of like how it turns up the shows are. I think what's surprising is the volume. Like, I didn't necessarily expect him to do arenas, even though he wasn't able to tour for a little while because he was locked up and then on house arrest and probation or whatever. But still, it's super impressive that he's able to move this amount of tickets, especially with somebody that doesn't have a crazy touring history.
Yeah. I think that YoungBoy just, it's a raw, like, honesty thing with him. Like, people are just like, there's no gimmicks. There's none of that corny shit that we were talking about earlier. He's not playing any games. Like, people just seem to relate to the realness, which I think is dope in 2025 because it feels like that's something that is sustainable for young artists trying to come up. It's like YoungBoy has done everything but play the game. YoungBoy has not listened to nobody, taken direction from nobody, and I think that permeates through the music and the way he's kind of just moved in the other facets of his career. But it's worked out because he knows his fan base, knows how to serve them, and it's been consistent.
Yeah.
Dropping music all the time too. He feeds them and has enough records to do this as well.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, we have been disrespectful to YoungBoy.
No, not we.
As a podcast, we have been disrespectful to YoungBoy. As an entire hip hop media, I think we have been disrespectful to YoungBoy. Because we had many conversations about who the next rap superstar is. We didn't bring up YoungBoy. NBA YoungBoy is who we tried to make it out like Playboi Carti is. If we're being completely real, he streams better, has a better touring history, a more rabid fan base. It's just bigger. This is Drake. That is like the only compromise. Like the torch is being passed, and YoungBoy is the next rap superstar.
Maybe
he is. He is.
I think
it's happening. It's already been happening.
He trying to get a clip.
I think that I know. He going for it. He going for it, and I like it. And I like the energy because I agree.
It's real.
I agree to an extent because I think that what people forget about with YoungBoy is that he's not just saying the aggressive, rapidy rap shit. Like he has a melodic side to him.
Yeah.
Which I think is essential if you want to play both sides in that. So I think from a talent standpoint, like I think he's probably more purely talented than Carti. I think that the only thing with YoungBoy is that he came out at such a young age that it almost feels like he's a bit of a vet in the game. So I'm not always putting him in those conversations as next up. I'm like, YoungBoy's here. Because even when we spoke about YoungBoy before and he wasn't like on fire and like the numbers weren't right in front of our face, like you always have to add the caveat of like biggest YouTube artist ever. Like I feel like nobody for the last 5 years has mentioned YoungBoy's name and not said that.
Yeah, but think about the conversation we had. The next big three is going to be Travis Scott, Playboi Carti, and Tyler, the Creator. Like these are definitely his peers, if not his OGs, some of them. You know what I mean? Like,
because your same point can be made about Rod Wave then.
But that's not like rap. Like we're talking about rap superstars. That's a singer. No? He raps too, but
yeah, I mean, I guess I'd put him in a different category. I think the overall issue with YoungBoy is like probably the same thing with Rod Wave. Like it's not necessarily. It's hard. I don't want to misuse the word niche, but like it lives in a pocket that is not available to everyone. It's not like accessible to everybody.
Niche.
Which pocket?
You know what I mean?
Which pocket is more accessible? Do you think?
They would both.
YoungBoy's or Carti's pocket?
More accessible.
Yeah,
I think you probably see Playboi Carti's the runoff of whatever's going on over there.
I think
I'm talking about the
real.
music. I'm talking about the music.
I think YoungBoy is real.
To somebody that hasn't experienced either of those niches, like a very surface level hip hop fan, which niche is more accessible? Which music is easier for them to get into?
Ooh, that's a hard question.
I think it depends on where you're actually, but they're both from the South though.
Because I think YoungBoy's niche is way bigger. That like no question about it to me. But if I'm showing someone who's not a big fan of hip hop, whose music they like more, that's a tough one.
I think YoungBoy because he actually
surface
be
level
rapping.
hip hop fan.
A surface level hip hop fan, even I don't know.
I think YoungBoy because he actually be rapping.
That's what I think. I think
He
it is
actually
more
lyrics.
like it's easier
I'm not mad at that take.
to get.
I'm not mad at that take.
Yeah.
Oof, YoungBoy. I mean, if he could just give us one project that is like, I would love for him to get critical acclaim. Like, because I think he has the streets. He has the court of public opinion. You could never say nothing about YoungBoy. If he could get a critically acclaimed album, like something that we're like, nah, this like I want a classic. What's his classic record?
Low key Top should have been critically acclaimed.
I feel like AI YoungBoy 2 is the one.
AI YoungBoy 2 is really good. Top had the hits. 'Cause I had Colin on it, right? That's that one. He had
and it had what's it called? The violin song. What am I?
I feel like I remember the features on that one too felt a little more high profile.
Yeah. He had Wayne on it.
I mean,
go ahead.
If we're being real, like I said, Drake, but it's actually Future.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
If we're talking about output, hits, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I don't know if he has a DS2 yet.
He needs a DS2.
He needs a DS2.
Because Future was at that point too, and yeah, like I would be okay if you compare his other albums to the Monsters or the 56 Nights or the other shit, but like he just needs that one where it's like every hip hop fan knows about this because YoungBoy is gonna go down as a legend in the game.
Yeah.
So he needs that signature body of work just to be remembered forever. Like when we talk about it to our kids, it's like, all right, you want to hear the YoungBoy play this shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to him though. Shout out to the tour. Shout out to everyone who's gone. If you went to his show, bro, hope you was safe, bro. That feels like mad YN energy, bro. A lot of ski masks. I don't know if I could have popped out for real. How many do you know enough YoungBoy songs? Like, I feel like I'd stand around looking awkward, bro.
I think you'd be surprised. I think you'd go and you'd be surprised at how many you knew.
I mean, I know a good amount of YoungBoy, but I'm not. They're fans, bro. These niggas is rapping every word.
Yeah.
Like they're a different breed, bro. Maybe I just couldn't have got floor seats.
What's your favorite song off Massa?
Is that the new album? Oh, I ain't heard that. I ain't click on nothing called Master.
Kickboxer, bro. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Yeah.
Shot calling. XXX is low key a banger too.
There was another one I liked on there. That project was really good.
Like really good. Like I need to go back and listen to it. Type.
I mean, it's not his DS2, but I think it was really strong. I think you should listen.
But it's
to
on
it.
par with the other good stuff. I think I heard a song off there that I liked. Keeping it in YN News. Pooh Shiesty's free. Let me say his name.
Yo.
Poop Shiesty. No, I'm playing.
Priorities and Diesel are the other two tracks
Yeah, for
off
sure.
of Massa that I really liked.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't got to stay on him too long. Shout out him though. I like his music.
Yeah, that's breaking news. We're just learning about it, to be honest.
I mean, shit. Pooh was one of them ones. Back in Blood was obviously a moment. I think that if he's out and is dropping great music, he still has a lot of work to do. Still a young bull, like not a proven artist by any means, but very talented. Excited to see what he does. Wishing him well. Happy he's free.
Shout out Pooh.
We could touch on this briefly because I feel like we kind of missed this topic just because it happened right after we filmed last week, but it is relevant. Bad Bunny is headlining the Super Bowl.
Hey.
Which was another great move by, obviously Jay-Z's been involved in setting these up the last few years, but just everyone who went into the decision making for this process, I think that Bad Bunny was the right choice. I don't know if niggas keep saying that, like, I don't know if I said this or we said this on a podcast a while ago, but if we called this a while ago, bro, we're smart people, bro.
We definitely did.
But yeah, Bad Bunny, he's obviously dropped probably the best album of this year so far, has big songs, international artist, everything. I've just been interested because the Super Bowl is obviously a very American event. It's an American sport. And I think that while I know Bad Bunny's going to show up and deliver, and I think it's dope that he kind of boycotted the US and it's like the one show I'll add is the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I just want it to be appreciated for what it is. I don't want to hear a bunch of discourse and negativity and people hating on it when they don't get it and just writing it off. I would just love if everyone could just shut the fuck up and give him a chance to kill it, because I know if you go into this performance open-minded, there's no way you don't walk away impressed with him based off all the videos I've seen of the performances of the new album and just his history.
I have a kind of a different take on this. I feel like there's a lot of like internet hate, or like not even internet hate, but internet discourse about this, that, and the third. A lot of it feels ignorant, but at the end of the day, like the Super Bowl's in San Francisco, right? Mm-hmm. I just feel like the audience there is going to be extremely receptive to the music.
I'm not talking about the audience in person. I'm talking about the audience watching on the TVs.
Oh,
I think
I don't care about that.
You guys are crazy if you think that this is not going to be the exact same as Kendrick last year. People are gonna shit on this. People are shitting on this, and people, no matter how good he does, no matter how good he does, this is not gonna be universally loved.
But that's why I'm like, I think it's gonna be worse than Kendrick, because I think with Kendrick at least, it's like it was hard to hide under the guise of like not being a little racist if you were hating on Kendrick last year. It's like, oh, you just don't like rap music or want to see black people. With Bad Bunny, I think people are gonna just use the blame ass excuse, like we don't even know what he's saying. Like I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to go for that. And again, like I think in person, it's going to be great. People are going to have a good time. You know what I mean? You're at the Super Bowl. You can't be that upset about it. And I think that that's, if you're at the Super Bowl, you're probably not the average middle America fan. Like you're in the upper echelon of people. So you're probably tapped in a little bit more with what Bad Bunny's on. But the millions of people that are watching this in fucking whatever, middle America, like Kansas or whatever, are going to be like, what the fuck is this? And then they're going to use their Twitter to talk about this and hate on it and post.
I don't know. I feel like, well, yes, but I feel like people are going to be surprised with how many songs they know. To be honest,
no, bro. Middle America's not gonna know one song.
I feel like Un Verano Sin Ti, like that was everywhere. That's something.
Not in Middle America,
but not Middle America. You know what I mean? Like,
I promise you, Bad Bunny wasn't touching Idaho.
Like my thing is like,
probably.
You know what I mean?
We don't know though. We have no idea.
No, I do know.
We do know.
You were there?
No, but I have friends there. I'm from there.
I thought you were from Washington.
I am, but it's close enough. It's close enough.
It touches.
Do you claim Idaho?
No.
He should.
No, but I do know what people in Idaho be talking about. And they be talking about, is this a joke? Bad Bunny's performing? Is this a fucking joke? 2 years in a row?
Copy.
As a white person, I love seeing the NFL like really piss off white people. Like
it's fun.
It's really funny.
It's fun.
And I'm in this group chat and I sent the picture of Bad Bunny in his underwear, you know, like kind of like looking back at the camera, like peeling his underwear down. I don't know. It's fun to trigger people. I'm gonna be in the bar drunk as hell on the Super Bowl, sending videos to this group chat about how lit the performance was for sure. I don't know. Like, we can just enjoy it. There's going to be hate online, but let him hate. But he's doing the Super Bowl.
So this is my next question, though. Does that matter at all? Because low key right now, music wise too, the US doesn't matter that much. That's why he's able to boycott it.
And like the NFL wants to expand.
I was gonna say,
like from a business perspective, they're doing the games in Brazil, they're doing the games in Ireland. Like there's an initiative to go global. So the US is gonna have to understand that we're not just appealing to the US.
You got to think about this too, because you put it in context, but I'm gonna repeat it. Bad Bunny was doing a residency in Puerto Rico, obviously part of the US, but not part of the continental states. And then announced a world tour that wasn't part of the US, only to double back and do the biggest stage in the world. You know those negotiations were crazy. Yeah. Like if he didn't get that, he wasn't going to do anything here. The US doesn't matter when it comes to music anymore.
I think that you're overstating your point. It doesn't matter as much. 100%. I think that Roger Goodell, who's the commissioner of the NFL, is never going to play with the bread. So, of course, this is a smart business decision. Everything that you said is 100% true. While the domestic fans may hate on this shit, the international fans and the international audience that the NFL is trying to grow, gonna fuck with this heavily.
That might have not watched the Super Bowl if it weren't for this.
So,
bro, this viewership is gonna be insane. It'll probably be the most views ever.
That makes sense, 100%. Mm-hmm. I'm speaking more so just from like, I am frustrated that I feel like people are gonna close themselves off from finding something they could enjoy. That is what my frustration comes to. Because I think this album is good enough to really make some people fans, even if you don't understand what he's saying. I wasn't a big Bad Bunny fan before this project. And every time I hear him speak, every time I see him perform online, every time I listen to the album, I like him more, I like the music more, and I want to delve deeper into his story. And it's frustrating to me that we just are faced with the reality that we in America and that are fans of these sports are so close-minded that it feels like we're not even going to give ourselves the opportunity to enjoy this amazing performance, you know? It's like that just sucks to me. You know, as a consumer, as someone who like is a supporter of that, like that's fucking lame.
Super lame.
And it's just like, I don't want to see, we're going to see that shit on our timeline. Like it's annoying that I'm going to be having a good time at the Super Bowl and I'm going to try to open Twitter or Instagram. There's going to be some dumbass niggas like hating. That shit's just whack, bro. But yeah.
You just got to send that picture of like all the Trump supporters in the Zoom call. You know the one that I'm talking about? They're all in the little bubble and they're like, Kendrick really had the worst show of all time, didn't he guys?
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to the NFL, shout out Bad Bunny. I want to go see one of those shows. I'm going to go to the Columbia residency. I really want to, or not residency, but the Columbia show. I really want to see that.
It'd be super tough. I'm going to go to the Super Bowl.
On God, the Eagles are going to be there, so I'll be there in spirit. I guess the last thing that we are going to talk about, something that is pretty important, you know, obviously we're an industry podcast, and I think that the perspective that we're speaking from is not just to cater to the artists, but I think also to cater to and inform people who want to work in the industry and try to get involved in this. And something that I think we've all experienced in this, and also something that I think everyone is inevitably going to experience, is just how much the music industry is very fickle when it comes to a job perspective.
Yeah.
I think that whether you get laid off, whether you get fired, whether there's just restructuring at the company, which we've seen on a major level, anybody in this music shit could get got. And I think that the most important thing is understanding that it could be you, so be prepared for it. And then also kind of working through the mental health aspect of it. And then some things that you could do that are preventative of this, you know? Because I don't think that like it's a situation where you're going to get fired. Obviously, there's going to be changes, but you don't have to just lay down and take shit. Things don't have to happen to you. Yeah. You could be proactive and be like, man, if I know that this shit is fickle and I could get up out of here, and maybe I'm going to do my own thing, you know? Maybe I'm going to have my own independent way of making money and getting through this, so I'm not reliant on a job that could be here today and gone tomorrow. Yeah. So I think from my perspective, I've definitely seen the layoff side of it a lot. And I think A&R specifically, it's a department and a field that is just very like, once you start restructuring from the top, a lot of the times I think the staff is going to go. Yeah. And I think that when there's a new direction for the label, or you see a lot of changes happening within the roster, you could probably anticipate that the A&Rs are going to start to move around. I think for an artist, it's really, really important for you when you're getting brought in by an A&R, when you're talking to an A&R and someone is going to bring you into the situation, you don't just stop with meeting them. Meeting them and forming a relationship with your A&R is not a good enough relationship to make you sign with a label. You need to meet the entire team that's going to be working on your project. You need to be having conversations and forming relationships with your PM, with your marketing person, with your touring people. Because if your A&R goes and you don't know anyone else in the building, that's how you're going to end up getting shelved.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to end up having no one supporting you. But I think that you do a great job at this even. You're tapped in with all your artists pretty much, that I've seen at least. Mm-hmm. You have a good relationship with all of them. A lot of them feel comfortable talking to you, conversating with you. You're not just some random label guy who pops up, is here one day and gone the next, you know? Mm-hmm. So if there were restructuring in the company where they were to lose a member of their team, I think you would be a great point person for them to have. Mm-hmm. Is that something that you made an effort to do, or do you think the artist made an effort to make those connections with you?
I feel like that's just the easiest way to work, because oftentimes you need like a direct line. And sometimes like just like moving through like another person, like an A&R, product manager, or even the manager, sometimes it's just like not even worth the time. You know what I mean? Not to say I'm cutting people out, but it's like sometimes like a social post, you know what I mean? Like, hey, can you put this up on your story? It's easier to text someone directly than to have like 5 people like play telephone to get it to you. You know what I mean? So I end up doing that out of necessity almost.
Yeah.
And more just like that's the way I like to move.
Definitely. I just think from an artist standpoint, obviously, like I think this conversation is going to be more geared towards those people working in it. But for the artist, I think that that's just the main thing that you can do. Make sure you know everyone working on your shit. Make sure you're tapped in with them. Know their names, know their numbers. Be respectful to them, because you never know who could be getting up out of here. From the employment side of things, there's a lot of different ways that you can go about this. Because again, like I think that, I don't know about you guys, but I went in knowing music was a very up and down job.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't think any of us, I think sure talking to our parents about all this, they're like, you know, when you tell your parents you want to work in music, there's probably a little bit of apprehension of like, I don't know, that's a little bit risky, that's difficult. I think that it's not something you should run away from. I don't think it's a risk that should make you adverse to working in the industry. I think it's just something that you have to be really, really well prepared for it, so you're not just caught ass out not knowing what to do. So for me, that's peeping the signs of what's going on around, you know, knowing that if you're not essential to a project that's making them money directly, you're expendable. And that's probably anywhere in life. That's not just a music industry thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not close to the bread, like you could probably be replaced by another nigga who could be doing your shit day to day. So if you're not peeping that and not knowing that, I think like your goal should obviously get close to a project that matters, get a new signing in there, find a way to just get on something that people are excited about. But if you're not, and you're not getting near that or closer to that, it's time to start putting those feelers out for another opportunity. Me.
Yeah.
And embrace bouncing around within the industry.
Yeah, you got to embrace it. I think that's a big thing, is like you said, it shouldn't dissuade people. But I do think that if job security is like something that's really important to you, I wouldn't recommend working at least at a label in management. Like you could, maybe there's more stable jobs in music that I'm not familiar with, but I think this is not a place where you go if stability is on the top of your list.
Yeah, I think probably Osei's job is the most sustainable, just because not only is it like, I think it's just where music is going. Mm-hmm. I think so much of what you do, being tapped into online, being on the internet, like that cultural aspect of it is so essential to how an artist is going to win in 2025. Mm-hmm. So you may deal with a situation where, like anyone else, you have to go from label to label, but your job is always going to be Indeed. Mm-hmm. And if you're good at it, like I think those departments are going to be filled out from my perspective. I don't know if you have a different take on it.
No, probably not a different take, maybe expanding on it a little bit. I agree with that. I also think that like my department will just absorb all other departments at some point.
Yes.
Especially the ones that don't have to do directly with like making the music.
Yes.
You know, but even like on the A&R side, I do think like there's a lot of decisions. I think people are trying to do it now, and they're not necessarily like, these are the initial stages of like trying to do it. So it's not always successful. But I think even in A&R, like, marketing decisions have to be made, and I feel like digital will also guide those decisions in the future. If that makes sense.
Expand on that.
Like, I think we were talking about the strategy of, what were we talking about specifically? I think we're talking about dropping music and like when to drop it, or the timing of it or like the marketing aspect of like, damn, we had a conversation about dropping music, but I don't remember if it was like,
The strategy behind it.
Are you talking about
Yeah.
like 30 minutes ago?
No.
Oh.
This was a couple days ago.
Oh, okay.
I was like, bro, I hope you remember that conversation.
We had a conversation about dropping music. I don't know if
We were talking about positioning.
No. Yeah, it was a positioning. Yes. Damn. I don't know if I can say this on camera, but essentially we had a conversation about an artist dropping music based on narrative. And I was saying, hey, XY artist said this already and has this reputation. So to drop this song doesn't make sense because you're directly playing into the narrative people are already talking about, which is negative.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that is marketing, but that is also digital because that's being able to read what's going on here, assess the situation and be like, hey, based on that, we should drop a record at this time that feels more like this.
Yes. And I think the reaction that you're going to get from the record, be it good or bad, is going to happen online. So whoever's closest to that culture and understands how to move that culture is probably going to have the best viewpoint of what to do next.
Exactly. I think digital will absorb all departments because everybody's going to need to have a pulse on what's going on online.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that take. But
I think my 2 cents just on jobs in music is just like all you can really do is like, it sounds corny, but like do your best every day in whatever role you are, always do your best. And I think like leaving with grace is like really important. Like I got laid off probably like a year and a half ago, right? And the amount of people from that job that have helped me in this past year is huge because, you know, I didn't take it personally that I was getting laid off, you know, and you leave with grace and you like maintain those connections. Somebody that I got laid off with, you know, started a company after getting laid off, started making a shit ton of money and just brought me on to be a consultant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like the most important thing is like just maintaining relationships and not taking things personally.
I would say that for sure. Something that I've learned too that I think is the most essential thing. Like the most essential thing for someone starting their career, look at the company you're going to and really understand, is this what I want to push? Mm-hmm. Is this what I believe in? Are these the type of people that I want to work for?
Yeah.
Because I think going somewhere and trying your best is essential. You should always show up your best self. You should always put in the time, the effort, overly do that. Because whether you get fired, up and down, whatever, laid off, you don't want anyone to ever be able to look at you and say, this person didn't give 100%.
Yeah.
Because their other jobs will call them, whatever. You never know how word gets around, right? But when you're picking the company that you want to start at, I think that you want to really, really look at who are the leaders I'm learning from? Who's creating the precedence and the culture here? I think that for me personally, something that I've noticed and spoken about often and like even private conversations and on here is like, Black music is obviously in a situation where it doesn't feel like it's always being supported, both in just society and within these label systems. And I think for me, trying to push that and trying to build that up hasn't always been the easiest. And I think that talking to you, talking to a couple other people who have maybe learned and came up in systems that do support Black music, you've been empowered as a young executive. You know what I mean? You're able to speak to the people that have maybe had a little bit more time in this industry and they understand where you're coming from a bit more. Mm-hmm. There's not that code switching aspect. There's not finding a way. Like I've heard so many times from this that this is good music, but not the fit for this situation. Mm-hmm. And time again, I'm just like, what does that mean, bro? Like if this is really good and it could work and there's an audience for this, like, obviously I'm like being a little bit like, you know, it makes sense to say that this isn't for the roster. This doesn't make sense for that. But I would have loved to just be in situations where maybe my taste was more, it just makes more sense for my taste, basically.
Yeah.
I think I could have grown and gotten a little bit more without having to bump my head as many times.
Right. And at the end of the day, too, that's bad business because it's like, if there is, it doesn't matter how big or small the artist is, if there's enough staff, and usually labels are understaffed anyway, so it doesn't matter. And if there's enough resources, and if you're not spending too much money on something and it has an audience, then you should be able to like be in business with that. If you like the music, if you like the persona, if you like everything about it, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like if if there's a value proposition and you can see yourself making money, then go for it, especially if the music's good.
And if there's a plan, come with a plan. If there's a plan of action, if someone on the team is passionate about something and can get other people, like, you know, because if there's one person who's excited about a project, you don't want to dump this on a marketing person's plate and they're not excited about it. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I have all these other projects. Like you said, I'm understaffed and now I got to do the little whoop-de-whoop I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not going to be productive. But if you have a staff that's interested in this and a point person with a plan, take that risk. But that's neither here nor there. I just think for anyone who really wants to get into this, know what you're getting yourself into.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid of it. Approach this like you would any other situation. Try to kill. But don't jump out and say you have to work for a major label at first.
Yeah.
I think find maybe an indie situation that really makes sense for you and get your feet wet there. Learn there. Because getting thrown into the fire, I think, has been the only thing that I say has been a really big blessing for me early on. I was given the opportunity to try shit and just do shit. So like I feel like I was forced to kind of learn quickly how to, you know. So that's been cool, but I feel like that's not everyone's major label experience. Yeah. So I would never switch that up for anything at all. Go to somewhere smaller where they're going to give you an opportunity to do what you want to do and get in the field. Take that experience and run with it. And yeah, you know, music is fun, but stressful sometimes.
Yeah. Go do that unpaid internship. Go work for free. Get a little experience.
I can't say that with confidence, but yeah, I did. I did one. And
if you're looking for an unpaid internship in either digital marketing or A&R, get at me on Instagram. Openings available now at Spencer Lobdell.
Damn, Spencer giving niggas jobs at the end of the episode.
Come on.
Is there anything left on you guys' hearts or minds before we get up out of here? Have we said it all? Have we conversed about everything? Is there anything else for y'all to say?
Go Mariners. We're going to the World Series, bro. Fuck the Yankees. Down 0-2 to the Blue Jays. Go M's, baby.
Sorry, I stuttered. Do you think Aisha will ever say, I love my husband?
No. Aisha Curry hates Stephen Curry. She does not love that man. And with that, we appreciate y'all for watching, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Catch y'all next one, man. Peace.